Now, later on in the show, we'll be talking about sports development, and we have the CEO of Africa Sports Network, that is Amy One Day, will be about sports development and sports marketing in Kenya and Africa as a whole. But before we get into that, which will be later on in the show, I'm joined by Cedric Musumba. Good afternoon, Cedo.
Afternoon, Robbie.
You don't seem happy.
Of course.
There's nothing to smile about.
No, that's an obvious thing.
Yes.
What happened yesterday to us?
Of course, an FC Leopards fans here, and of course we want to talk about FC Leopards losing to Gor Mahia yesterday, a match that was played at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, and in doing so, they gave Gor Mahia their 17th Kenya Premier League title. Now, Sedo, first of all, is Gor Mahia too good for the Kenya Premier League?
I don't think so. You know, everything starts with how you plan towards that particular task. FC has been given all the time to plan for this. Of course, we were beaten the first age of the game.
Yes.
This was the second age of the game. We were not expecting, as fans, and as it has been the tradition.
Yes.
These teams, 8 of the teams, no one expects to be beaten twice in a season. Guys were coming into that match, yes, knowing that now that we had an open window to buy players, if the players were the thing to go. We didn't. If at all, we brought in somebody who has been staying on bench only to be brought for 90 minutes,
yes,
in a high-stature game like yesterday.
Are you talking about Rotoman?
Exactly. And I was not expecting that guy to either play night, because to me, it is not a 90-minute guy.
Yes.
It's like a 45 or a 15-minute guy. It's a game changer. And to play such like an Rotomal for 90 minutes, and he had an obvious chances that he could have placed behind the net, but he didn't. It was so dejecting. And maybe to add on that,
yes,
also I wasn't happy for the body, that's FKF. They need to be vetting this referee before they bring them on.
That's what I wanted to talk about next, officiating. Do you feel that, you know, the 2 incidents where there was questionable, you know, calls that were supposed to be made, do you feel that that was the reason FC Leopards lost? Of
course, you see, in a game like that, leave alone in FC, even outside FC, even in Europe,
yes,
in a very high-stake game like that, yes, a team that concedes will be out to equalize. And at the moment, by doing so, they will leave a lot of gaps in their defense, which the opponent can capitalize and even punish them more. Now you see, this game, before even that goal, it was bad. And FC, even they were enjoying possession, because they were on a high, they were trickling passes and everything. But that goal seemed to have changed everything, because by the moment they have been scored, first of all, they felt low. Fans were not even cheering them with after that particular goal, and they felt like we need to go up front and equalize.
Yes.
And by so doing, again another mistake came. You see, and the mistake this time round, it was obvious. Everyone across we are just from World Cup, 3 weeks from World Cup, we have seen these things happening, and I don't think a referee of that caliber could not have picked that point as let me say, as a penalty.
Yeah.
Because to me, where I was sitting, a 2-studded legged that was attacking this Bakalukoe.
Yes.
Anywhere, even if Bakalukoe was not injured,
yes,
that is a fall. That is a clear fall. But to allow that one, and you play on the game, you play in the game and they score, and you expect to walk away without even fans who had come to cheer their team arousing any question about you. Actually, I don't even have any. KFF should own up, should take whatever they can within their staker. We need to see what kind of penalty this referee is going to be given.
Yes.
Given to the game that he has messed up the team, he has messed up the fans. Fans right now, we are dejected. So we have nothing to brag of.
Speaking about the fans being dejected, after that match, fans went on a rampage, destroying property. So we take a quick look at, you know, how the FC fans reacted after the match, destroying property at the Kasarani Stadium. Sedo, what do you have to say about this?
You know, Robbie,
yes,
soccer, it's being cheered by...
Is it because you say that, you know, now the FC fans are dejected? Is it because of that?
It might be the thing. Yeah. Even me, I was annoyed where, but this is not the best way of airing out your anger and everything. There's many avenues that they could have taken, right?
Yes.
And I'm not quite convinced if it's that FC Leopard are the one who are doing this, because I'm seeing seats coming from all over, everywhere in that particular section. What makes you feel like it's only FC Leopard that are really...
It's the sea of blue, Sedo. It's the sea of blue.
You know, yes. Even, let me say, Ulinzi fan can put on an FC jersey and come to Stadia. What stops a Bandari fan to come and cheer Gor or FC putting on an FC jersey? We need, as in KFF, I need they would have they had their stewards on the stadium. Yeah. They need to invest and tell us who are doing this. If they are FC level, of course the club will bear the responsibility, because you cannot allow this to happen. This is something that you have invested, the government had invested in this, Professor has invested in this. At least we are now celebrating to having such like a stadia in Kenya.
Yes.
But bringing this to stadia and making something that has costed a lot to look like any other funny stadia outside there, it is not, but it's uncalled for. And
so
I am not in support of this.
We go back to Gor Mahia winning that match by 2-0. And this, in particular, was the second string of Gor Mahia. But FC Leopards could not handle such a team. What does that talk, what does that say about the gap between the two teams?
The gap is obviously seen by anyone sitting on the peripheral and watching that game. From the word go, from minute 0 to 90 minutes, you could see, though FC Leopard could struggle to strickle, even their passes were not that comfortable, because Gori had a high working rate, may call so. You could see Gori like 2-3 players going to an FC Leopard who is holding that ball at a particular time, and easily FC could lose that possession. You could see, even Gori when they were attacking, you could see a sea of green in the FC goal. Where were the defenders? When Gori was defending, you could see big number of goals behind the ball. FC struggling with 2 or 3 strikers to get the ball behind the net. Their work rate was very high, and it's something that maybe they have been doing it in their training camp. And now I'm posing a question to the technical bench of FC. Who scouts for them? Which kind of advice do they give to their players? Are they happy with the kind of football FC is playing? You know, when you go to watch a soccer, you go to watch a soccer to enjoy. You want an entertainment. Even if you lose, you will lose bragging that a guy, we possessed. Okay, FC possessed. But if you ask me, the kind of
was 52-48.
The kind of possession that these guys are talking about is like you are holding a ball. When these guys comes to attack you, you give a long pass. A long pass goes. Your pass 2-3, it is a lost game again, maybe on a throw-in or a goal kick. You see, that's a kind of a funny possession. I did not enjoy the game, by the way. At times, I could feel like Gor could. I just wish like Gor could have been an FC, because the kind of passes and everything they were playing, though they were not possessing along, but they could trickle passes. They could make us feel, enjoy, and feel like we are watching soccer. You see, that is something that the technical bench plus the officials of FC should be looking to. And another thing I could add, when you go outside there to look for a player, go and look for a player that is not anywhere within the Kenyan boundary. You go and get us an average player that we can go and scout even in Kisumu. You are doing nothing to, you are doing injustice to the fans. Go get us, if you bring in like a striker, go get us a striker like, let me say, sorry to no, I wanted to mention Neymar, but Neymar is a bit higher. You see, go and get us a player that doesn't exist in Kenya. Look at Gor. If you go to look up for a striker, they will go and look for an plus striker, a striker who will not only play in the field because he has picked an injury, rather than sitting and watching and he doesn't have any injury on his leg. They bring players who warms the bench and they end up earning salary. When they are fielded, they do nothing. Or else, you stop from going for foreign players, scout locally, and you will get players. Go buy even players from, what stops FC to buy players from Gor? If I may ask.
Nothing stops.
Go and bid, get the best player from Gor. Let him go. You have seen it happening in Europe. You have seen players crossing from Chelsea to Arsenal. Arsenal to Man U. What stops FC from going to the best players in Gor? It means somebody is sitting on job at the FC, somebody is... And I don't understand if they have got a complete technical bench. Because if you ask what is the work of technical bench, 3, 4, 5 coaches who are these scouting that go outside the country looking for players, you go bring us an average player. You go thicker, shop an average player who doesn't even control the ball, who possesses the ball, and when he is in front of the goal, he runs faster than the... I saw 2 incidents of such. A player going faster than the ball. He has a chance, a scoring chance, but he left the ball behind. Which kind of a play is that now?
That is Cedric. He's very bitter about the results from yesterday's Kenya Premier tie, the Mashemeji Derby, where FC Leopards lost 2-0 to Gor Mahia. And